What's up, everyone? Danny Lightning back with another CSR2 video. So we are going to check out the cars on the race pass. We're going to find out the times they run, how fast they are, top speed, acceleration, all that good stuff. And we'll also let you know if there's a live racing setup. So I did go to each one of these cars, fit the parts around, looked for a low performance point, high evo live racing setup and all that good stuff. And we're going to tell you which cars are actually worth getting out of this season's race pass. Let's go ahead and start off with the TS1 GT. Now, I accidentally pulled up a Purple Star version, so I have to retake this part of the video. But this car is doing 7.3s, 439 miles per hour. It's doing 0 to 60 in 0.9s and 0 to 100 in about 1.4. So this car has overall pretty good stats. This car will beat dyno time by about 0.2 of a second, but it does not have a live racing setup. The overall stats of the car are actually pretty nice. It looks cool and it does beat the dyno time by a little bit. So it's an overall really nice car. I do like it. Not one of the better cars in the game. Doesn't have a great live racing setup, but overall it's a pretty decent car, I would say, as long as you're not trying to live race with it. Now, you'll probably win a few live races by beating the dyno time, but remember, when you're winning live races and beating the dyno time, the game will pick your car up and bump it into the next lobby over and over and over again until the car can't win anymore. So that's the problem with winning live races while beating dyno, and that's why we try to find the low performance point high evo tunes that some cars have, because those, if you do it right, don't get bumped. They stay in the same lobby and they keep winning the live races. So anyways, let's move on to the next car. Next, we are going to take a look at the Husaira. This is a 7.6 car. It does 385 miles per hour, 0 to 60 in around 0.9 or 1.0, 0 to 100 in around 1.5. So those are actually pretty decent scores, right? If you happen to have a stage 6 transmission and a stage 6 body, you can find a live racing setup, a low performance points, high evo live racing setup, I should say, that does decent. I don't think it's going to be the world's best live racer, but you'll probably win a few live races if you know how to set it up for that. This car can beat the dyno time by about 0.2 of a second, so that's not bad. Overall, pretty decent car, not super fast, but the stats look pretty nice overall. Next, we have the C8 Prelator by Spiker. This car is doing a 7.6. It'll do about 357 miles per hour, 0 to 60 in 0.7, 0 to 100 in around 1.1. This car does not have a low performance point high evo live racing setup, but it will beat the dyno. I think the dyno is around 7.7s and it's running in the 7.6s. So it's running, I should say it's running low 7.6s and has a high 7.7. So it's almost beating dyno by about 0.2 of a second if you get a perfect run and tune it really good and stuff like that. So overall, I don't know. We got these three cars right here. Which one should you pick? I would say if you're looking for the fastest car, you might want to go with the TS1. If you're looking for a car that's going to be decent at live racing, I would probably go with the Husaira. Like I said, I am not a car speech therapist. I don't know how to pronounce these crazy names. Some people get mad about that, but so be it. I suck at pronouncing things, and I'm dyslexic, so I read things all kinds of messed up. But anyways, yeah, I would probably get the one in the center right there. The middle car would be my choice. But if you're looking for faster, then the car on the left might be the better choice for you, because pretty much everything about that one is faster. It beats the dyno by the most. It runs the fastest time. It's got the best top speed. It's got, I would say, almost the best acceleration. Actually, nope. The Prelator is the one that has the best acceleration, but besides that, the Prelator kind of sucks, honestly. That's my least favorite, is the Prelator, but yeah. I don't know, between the one on the left and the one on the center, those are both very good choices depending on what you're looking for. Like I said, you do need some stage 6 transmissions to make the Husaira run the live racing setup, and it's not going to be that great. So when I really look at it that way, I might say just go with the TS1 because it's faster overall. You might win a couple of live races here and there by beating the dyno, and you know, I don't know. It doesn't have a great live racing setup, though, if you're looking for low performance point, high Evo. So, that's a hard choice. But if I really think hard about it, I would probably go with the TS1. I think I would go with the TS1 just because it's faster and has better stats. It just doesn't really have a low performance point, high Evo live racing setup. So let's move on to the paid tier, and I'm just kind of rambling on at this point. So yeah, paid tier, here we come, and thank you to Zoocar. I went over to Zoocar's YouTube channel and took these screenshots. Now we're going to move over to the paid tier of the Race Pass, and there is one car in here that really stands out above the rest, at least to me. So let's figure out which one of these is going to be the one to get. We're going to start off with the Chiron Sport 110 anniversary, and what's that guy's name? I don't know, the Bugatti thingy. The Bugatti thing. My God, the Bugatti. You know what I'm talking about, the Bugatti. So 100% maxed out, this car can do a 7.373. It can do 358 miles per hour, 0 to 60 in around 0.5, and 0 to 100 in about 0.8. So this car has great acceleration. The acceleration is phenomenal on this. All right, the top speed is good, 7.3, not bad. I mean, when you look at the cars running 6.4, 6.5s, that does look pretty crappy, but still overall, that is a pretty fast car. I think this will actually beat Dyno by maybe 4 or 5 tenths of a second, something along the lines of that. So this is a really good Dyno beating car, but it does not have a low performance point, high Evo live racing setup. So you'll definitely be able to win some live races, but there's a pretty good chance if you're winning the live races and beating the Dyno, the car is going to get bumped into a different lobby over and over again until, the car can't really win. So that's the problem with the Dyno beaters and live racing these days. But overall, I really do like this car. I like this car a lot. Next, we have the Pagani HP Berchetta. This car will run in the 7.3s. It's got a 455 mile per hour top speed, 0 to 60 in about 0.8, 0 to 100 in around 1.5. And this probably beats Dyno by around a tenth of a second, maybe a little less. So it's not a huge Dyno beater, but it will beat the Dyno by a little bit. This car, does this have a live racing setup? Well, let's find out. No, it doesn't. So that's pretty much the deal with this car. So far, I would say the Bugatti is a little bit better, but now we're going to move over to the McLaren and see what that's all about. Next, we have the McLaren Senna GTR. Capable of running in the 6.9s, 415 miles per hour in the top speed, 0.7 on the 0 to 60s, 1.0, maybe 1.1 on the 0 to 100 times. This car will beat the Dyno time. This car does have a low performance point, high Evo live racing setup without any stage 6 parts, but it does do better if you put a stage 6 transmission on it. It'll probably win a few races with this transmission on stage 4 or stage 5 if you know how to set up a low performance point, high Evo live racing setup. But if you get the stage 6 transmission, this car will do really good at live racing, I do believe. Now, on a very standard tune, when you have this car set up to cross the finish line as quickly as possible, it does not beat the Dyno time by much at all. It is not much of a Dyno beater. Now, you might be able to find a tune that makes it beat Dyno by a little more if that's your goal, but it's not a huge natural Dyno beater in general. But it does have a really good live racing setup. It is really fast. It's got great top speed. It's got great acceleration. I mean, you might even be able to tune it for more top speed or more acceleration. Probably not much top speed, but you can definitely pull some more acceleration out of this car if you need to. Now, I know all three of Zoocar's screenshots here say winner, but in my opinion, the one on the right is the winner. The McLaren is the winner. Hands down, that's the one I would choose. If I did not want the McLaren or I already had it, then I would definitely go with that Bugatti. The Bugatti is freaking awesome, but the McLaren's an overall better car because I think you can do more things. Now, if you want something to beat Dyno time, yeah, the Bugatti. Or if you want faster acceleration, there's the Bugatti. But if you want something that's just all around good, Doesn't really beat the dyno by that much, but does have a nice live racing setup and is a little faster. That's where you would look at the McLaren. So yeah. Alright, so that's what we have going on for this season's Race Pass. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button and leave a comment, ask some game questions. Feel free to comment on today's video. Let me know if you loved it. Let me know if you hate it. If you didn't like the video, hit that thumbs down. Be like, Danny Lightning, you suck. Anyways, I really do appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe and hit the little bell and set the notifications to all so you don't miss any good uploads like this or live streams or anything fun. If you drop down the video's description, you'll see my Discord server, my other YouTube channels. You'll see my affiliate links to some cool microphones, cameras, lighting. You'll see my merch store link. You'll see all kinds of stuff and a bunch of links to some really important game news as well. So you'll find all kinds of good stuff down there in the video's description. So drop that down, check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Huge shout out to all my channel members. Thank you so much to the paid channel members. That really helps this channel keep going and getting new stuff when it needs it. Just like last time my PC broke, you know, I had to buy a new PC. Took me forever to pay it off, but the channel memberships really do help, guys. So thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Lightning out. Have an awesome day. See ya.